You got the job, you earned the promotion, people come to you for advice. By every external measure, you belong where you are. But something inside keeps telling you that you do not, that you got lucky, that you fooled them, that eventually someone is going to figure out that you are not as capable as they think you are. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone and you are not broken. You are experiencing one of the most common psychological phenomena among high-achieving people. In 1978, psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes were studying high-achieving women and noticed something striking. Despite clear evidence of success, degrees, promotions, praise, results, these women consistently believed they were not as intelligent or capable as others perceived them to be. They attributed their achievements to luck, to timing, to having fooled the right people at the right moment. They lived with a persistent fear that one day the truth would come out and they would be exposed as frauds. Clance and Imes called this the impostor phenomenon, what we now commonly call as the imposter syndrome. And what the research shows overwhelmingly is that it is most prevalent in exactly the people who least deserve to feel it. The most competent people in a room are often the ones most convinced that they do not belong there. You may recognize it in specific behaviors. Someone compliments your work and you immediately explain why it was not that impressive. You credit the team, the timing, the luck, anything except but your own contribution. You over-prepare for things, spending twice the time anyone else would. Not because you are thorough, but because you are afraid of being caught without an answer. You hesitate to apply for opportunities you are more than qualified for, because some part of you believes the gap between how you appear and what you actually are is about to be exposed. And every time you succeed, instead of updating your belief in your own capability, you explain the success away and reset the fear. Here is what the imposter syndrome actually costs you. It keeps you playing smaller than you should be. You avoid opportunities not because you lack the capability, but you do not trust the evidence that you have it. It makes success exhausting because every achievement carries the additional weight of waiting to be found out. It creates a painful disconnect between your internal experience and the reality everyone around you can see clearly. The people who believe in you are not wrong. They are often seeing you more accurately than you see yourself. Sit with that thought for a second. Things to solve this are keep a record of evidence. A simple document where you write down specific things you did well, problems you solved, feedback you received, results you produced. Imposter syndrome works by making you forget your competence the moment a new challenge appears. The record makes it harder to forget. Say it out loud to a trusted person. Tell them what you are feeling. You will almost always find that the person across from you says, "I feel that too." Imposter syndrome thrives in silence and isolation. Naming it to someone else is one of the most effective ways to reduce its power. And separate your performance from identity. You can do something imperfectly and still be competent. Struggling with something does not mean you do not belong. It means you are at an edge of what you know, which is exactly where growth happens. When you start working with the imposter syndrome rather than being controlled by it, things open up. You start applying for the things you were qualified for all along. You start receiving praise without immediately dismantling it, which allows it to actually build your confidence rather than being deflected away. You stop spending enormous energy on the performance of looking capable and redirect the energy into actually doing the work. And you begin to close the gap between how others see you and how you see yourself. The fraud was never real. The capability always was. The work is simply learning slowly, with evidence, to believe what the people around you have been trying to tell you for years.